Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So at previous I already discussed about the monohybrid cross, right? The monohybrid cross experiment which was done by Mendel. And today I would like to discuss the second experiment which is dihybrid cross experiment. So basically let me tell you what is dihybrid cross. So here the particular word that is dihybrid. Okay, so di means two characteristics. Okay, whereas monohybrid one characteristics or one trait. Here is the particular di, that means that means two traits, right? So here the cross, which is dihybrid cross, involves basically the inheritance of two traits from one generation to the next generation, that is from parent to offspring. Okay, so inheritance means that is the particular traits, or here is the two traits that is inherited, or that means that comes from the parent to the offspring. Okay, so this is basically the definition of dihybrid cross. So let me tell you, Mendel took two types of characteristics, or you can say two traits. What is that? In case of pea plant, number one is the color of seed, and the second one is the shape of the seed. Okay, shape of seed. So in case of color of seed, here is the yellow color which is dominant in nature. Okay, that means the particular yellow color which is dominant in nature, and in the other hand another color which is green, that is recessive in nature. Okay, so firstly the color of seed, there are two types of color of seed. One is yellow and another one is green. Okay, so the yellow which is appeared due to the dominant allele. So let the capital Y, which is responsible for the yellow color of seed. Okay, so the alternative color or the alternative forms of the color of seed which is green. So here is the small y which is responsible, or the small y allele which is responsible for the green color. Okay, so here is the capital Y and here is the small y, right? In case of the shape of the seed, there are also two alternative forms. That is one is round in shape and another one is wrinkled in shape. Okay, so capital R, this is the allele which is responsible for the round shape of the seed, and the small r which is responsible for the wrinkled shape of the seed. Okay, is it clear to all of you? So now let me tell you what would be the genotype. So here he considered two particular traits. One is color of seed and another one is shape of seed. Okay, so in case of two traits, we will write the genotype just like capital Y, capital R, which is yellow and round. Why? Because here two particular dominant allele is present for the color of seed, and also two dominant allele which is present the shape of seed. Okay, so here is the genotype is capital Y, capital R. What would be the phenotype? Yellow round seed. Okay, on the other hand, if we will write all the recessive allele, what would be the phenotype? that is small y, smaller, smaller. Then the phenotype should be green, wrinkled seed. Okay, so this is pure dominant plant, and this is pure recessive plant, or you can say pure dominant seed and pure recessive seed. Okay, so in the dihybrid cross, Mendel took two pure plant or two pure seed for crossing. So in case of parental generation, the capital Y, capital R would be crossed with small y, smaller, right? So in case of gamete, you can get two particular gametes, two type of gamete. Okay, from this you can get capital Y, capital R, right? And from the recessive seed you can get the small y, smaller. So there are two type of gametes which is appeared from the parental generation. Then it will make at the F1 generation the hybrid plant. Okay, what is the genotype in that case? Capital Y. You can cross between them, right? Here we are crossing between the pure seed with the two pure seed or two pure plants. Okay, so capital Y, capital R, small y, smaller, they can be crossed and then they will make the particular generation, or they will make the particular plant in the F1 generation, which is capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller. Okay, so here previously already I have told you in the monohybrid cross, at the parental generation, here is the crossing should be the pollination should be cross. Okay, so cross pollination is happening in this case. In the F1 generation, self pollination would be occurred. Okay, so capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller, self crossed, capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller. Okay, so from this we can get four types of gametes. Okay, four types of gamete, not four numbers of gamete. Let me tell you, types and number is different in all the cross experiment. Okay, so you should be clear, or you should be understood about the particular gamete type and gamete number. Okay, so here you can say four types of gametes is appearing. What is that? So capital Y, capital R. So one type of gamete is capital Y, capital R. Another one is capital Y, smaller, capital Y, smaller. Another, the third type of gamete is small y, capital R, small y, capital R. And the fourth gamete should be the remaining, that is small y, smaller. So small y, smaller. Okay, so there are four types of gamete which is appearing from the F1 generation, and also from that the similar thing is occurred. Okay, so now let me tell you what would be the generation or what would be the ratio in the F2 generation. Okay, so the checkerboard is a little bit big, but you should understand about the checkerboard, and from the checkerboard we can calculate or we can conclude the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio as same as the monohybrid cross. Okay, so firstly, so this is the checkered board, and okay, so okay, just a minute. Just look like a square, and also this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so this is the checkerboard. And what are the gametes? Capital Y, capital R, that is also capital Y, capital R, capital Y, smaller, capital Y, smaller, small y, capital R, small y, capital R, and small y, small r, small y, small r. Okay, so here is the signs. You should write the signs of male and female gamete. Okay, so this is the gamete which I have already written, and then the crosses should be done. Okay, so in the first box we can write and we can cross between them. So capital Y, capital Y, capital R, and then I am crossing between them. So capital Y, capital R, smaller. Then capital Y, small y, capital R. Then to this and this, capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller. Okay, so here I am crossing also capital Y, capital R, smaller. To this. Okay, so capital Y, smaller. Capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller. Capital Y, small y, smaller. Okay, and now capital Y, small y, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, small y. This is the first time when I am when we can get the small y. Okay, so small y, small capital R, and then the small y, capital R, small r. Okay, now this will be crossed, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, and then capital Y, small y, smaller, small r, small y, capital R, small r, and the final small y, smaller. So this is basically the checkerboard of F2 generation. Mind it, at F1 generation you are crossing between capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller. Okay, and between capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller. That is a self pollination. Okay, mind it. And then at the F2 generation we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16th individual or 16th offspring. Okay, so finally then we need to count, or we need to know about the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio. So let me tell you that this is capital Y, capital R, right? This is also capital Y, capital R, smaller. Also that means this is YOLO round and also this is YOLO round, which is the phenotypic ratio. Let me tell you what is phenotypic ratio. By observing the particular plant. Okay, suppose a plant which have yellow and round seed. So what is the reason behind it? We don't know. Else we are calculating or we are analyzing the genotype. Right? So by observing the plant you can conclude that it is yellow round plant. Also in case of green wrinkle you can observe the plant and then you can see the plant and then you can tell that is yellow, green and wrinkled plant, right? But you don't need to be analysis the particular genotype at that time when you are conclude or when you are calculating the particular ratio which is phenotypic ratio. Okay, so the capital Y, capital R, which is yellow round. This is yellow round. This is yellow round. This is also yellow round. This is also yellow round. That is capital Y, capital R, smaller. Okay, just see in that case, in this case, just you can see that the capital Y or the capital R is present or not. If capital Y, capital R is present, then you can write blindly, that is, it is YOLO round. Okay, so YOLO round, 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 and also YOLO round, right? So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 numbers of YOLO round seeds present. Okay. So here is the phenotypic ratio. The phenotypic ratio is firstly 9. Okay. So then this is 9. So you can draw a triangle in this case. Okay. Next, capital Y, smaller. That means only capital Y present. That means it should be YOLO but not round, because there are no capital R. Okay. So it is YOLO wrinkled. It is also YOLO wrinkled. It is also YOLO wrinkled. Okay. So the next ratio is 3. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So the next is small y, capital R, small y, capital R, small y, capital R, smaller. So this is the third ratio, which is also 3, and the remaining, which is small y, smaller, which is 1. Okay, so basically you can make the triangle to understand easily. Okay, so there is 9. The ratio, the phenotypic ratio should be 9:3:3:1. Okay. So what would be the genotypic ratio? So we should understand how the genotypic ratio should be calculated. Okay. So basically here the genotype, you can see here capital Y, capital R. No other organism having this particular genotype, right? So here is the one, capital Y, capital R. Okay, so the first is 1, then capital Y, capital R, smaller, capital Y, capital R, smaller, which is 2 number of organism, then which is 2. Okay, this is also YOLO round and this is also YOLO round. This is also YOLO round in the phenotypic, but when you need to analyze the genotype or the gene, then you can get the differences, right? So here is the capital Y, capital R, but here is capital Y, capital R, smaller, but these two are YOLO round. So now you are calculating the genotypic ratio. Okay, so capital Y, capital R, smaller, capital Y, this is 2. Okay, now capital Y, small y, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, these two, this and this, so also 2. Okay, so now the fourth organism, which is capital Y, small y, capital R, smaller. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the next is 4. Next capital Y, smaller, which is only 1, right? So then 1, capital Y, small y. So we have done this, and also this and this, and this is capital Y, small y, capital R, and capital Y, small y. So now we are writing this also. We have written 1, 2, 3, 4. So then capital Y, smaller, which is 1. Capital Y, smaller, capital Y, small y, smaller. So this is YOLO wrinkled. This is also YOLO wrinkled. This is also YOLO wrinkled. But there are some differences in their genotype. Here is capital Y. Here is capital Y and small y. So we need to analyze the particular genotype. Okay. So that is 1 and 2. Okay. And then the other thing, which is capital Y, small y. No, it has been done, and then the particular, yes, this is the small y, capital R, which is only 1, right? So this is also 1, and this is small y, capital R, smaller, small y, capital R, smaller, which is also 2. and the last is 1. So this is the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1 is to 2 is to 2 1 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, so you can remember like 1 to 2, 4 1 to 1 to 1. Okay, so this is basically the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio of the dihybrid cross and the overall thing about the dihybrid cross. So the Mendel who have considered or who have concluded the experiment with a particular law which is independent assortment. Okay, so in the question paper when you will be asked to write the dihybrid cross, you should mention that the particular law which is independent assortment, which is the conclusion of the particular experiment. Okay, so this is all about today's class and hope you will like it, you can understand it. So please, I am requesting to all of you, first you need to watch the previous videos of genetics, then you can understand easily this type of little bit tough crosses or a little bit tough classes. Okay, so I am always trying to make the biology easier to all of you. Hope I can do it. So now for today that is it. So then lastly, take care of yourself and your family and read thoroughly biology and love the subject. Okay, so till then, bye bye.